Hi, everybody. Uh, I'm Carla,
I'm Coach Solo.
Coach Solo. So, I think you saw our post that we put up about us doing America's favorite couple through Variety magazine. And, you know, it gives everybody the opportunity, these videos that we're going to do, like when we can remember to do them and have time, to give you like a little insight about who we are and answer some of the questions that are part of our profile. So, if you want us to win, you have to vote for us every single day. So, we wanted to share with you how we met because that is one of the questions on our profile. So, we thought that we would give you a live version of it. And it's going to be my version and Solomon's version. So, you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay, so a mutual contact um, wanted me to work on Solomon's shoulder for an upcoming fight that he had, and I agreed to do it. So we met at a gym, and I remember when I first walked in, he was sitting. Well, I don't remember. Were you sitting down already, or did I walk in first?
Um, you walked in first.
I think okay. I walked in first, and
No,
he
I
was
was sitting down.
he was sitting down, and I walked in first. So anyway, I was sitting out there in the lobby area, and he says, "So what do you like to do?" You remember that? I'm like, there's nothing that I like. I'm thinking there's nothing I like to do that you would even remotely be interested in. This is what I'm thinking. So I started telling him music, whatever, like that. What's your version of that?
Um, well, when you first walked in, I knew that somebody was coming in and giving me a massage on my shoulder. And I was saying that whole week, the person that got the massage, like, let's hope it's not some old man trying to give me a massage, man. I'm not gonna let him do it. But then I'm sitting down in the lobby, and then a lady comes to the door. She had a short haircut, um, and when she walked in, I thought it was gonna be like another client because she was nice, put together, body was nice. So I thought it was gonna be like a boxing client or
He
something.
was looking too hard. You know, her body was nice. Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
so when she came in, I was like, oh shit, like I was like, who is that? So I went to the person that
Set it up.
set it up, and I was like, she was like, yeah, that's the one that's gonna be massaging. I was like, and I told her, I was like, yo, I'm gonna bag her.
Oh
I
my
was like, I'm gonna
God.
bag her.
Hilarious. Hilarious. So, so going forward, started working on his shoulder. And it was good. It was a great experience. We talked. I remember there was one incident that we had. Remember when I used the hot water bottle?
No, the hot stones, you burned my back.
Right.
It
No,
was
it
the
was a
hot.
hot. It was a hot water bottle.
Was it? I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
was
was
a
the
hot
stones.
water
No, that
bottle.
was the stones.
I didn't have those yet.
Did you? Oh.
No. So I had a hot water bottle that I used to warm up his lower back, and it was too hot, and I burned him a little bit. He had like a little, and I didn't know I had burned him until I think you told me that you felt something in the shower.
But it's crazy the pain tolerance that I had because I didn't think I was burnt. I thought it was a little bit too hot, but I didn't think I was burnt until later on that night when I got in the shower and it was like my brother. He was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, it was a big ass burn on my back. And she lucky I didn't report her ass for that shit.
Oh my God. Anyway, I gave him lavender, which he probably didn't even use, to help heal it or whatever. So anyway, we talked a lot about a lot of things. He was never disrespectful. He was, never was out of line or anything like that.
Cause I was
So
trying to bag her. That's all.
oh my God. So anyway, so he goes to the fight, and I don't think he won that fight. I think he
No,
lost that fight. And but oh, before that, I had this rule not to call me after 9 o'clock. I had this rule not to call me after 9 o'clock because I don't like people. I thought it was just unprofessional to do that. So I had to change or cancel one of our sessions, and I think it was like either 2 minutes to 9 or 2 minutes after 9 o'clock. So I had to text him or call him. I contacted him in any way. And, he had a lot to say about me hitting him that late.
She used to tell me not to call her after 9 o'clock. So, because I used to try to call her like after 9 o'clock. So she made it specific about not calling her after 9 o'clock. So that's when I knew I bagged her when she called me.
Oh my God.
When she called me after 9 o'clock, that's when I knew I bagged her.
Like the people, I was not interested. I promise you, I was not interested in him at all. I was not interested. I totally.
Not true.
So anyway, like several weeks passed by, and I think we talked like around Thanksgiving, maybe around that time, and I don't know, a couple more times I think we might have talked, but we weren't consistently talking. And I believe, I don't remember.
That's how we first met.
That's how we first met. So eventually we decided to go on a date, but it was long after the fight. And our first date was Barnes and Nobles, because that was my favorite place to go. I always like to go to Barnes and Noble. Hadn't really, figured out what was the fun things to do up here in Connecticut yet, but Barnes and Nobles was great, and that's when they had started putting Starbucks in it. So we had gone there for a date. You remember what you said?
Well, I know. I didn't mind going because I knew it wasn't gonna cost that much money. Barnes and Noble. What could you do at Barnes and Noble?
First of all, he said it was a first for him. He had never gone to a bookstore for a date.
I didn't know they served coffee and donuts and shit.
Yeah, pastries and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, we sat in there and we chilled. We had a nice time, and I think in the profile also we had another date. And I said, okay, you have to come to church with me. So the day. Now, if you know anything about South, I know maybe back in the day he used to be real slick, but and wearing all kinds of fly stuff. He's not a suit person at all. And this was my first indication that, him wearing suits was not a good thing, or shoes, or hard bottom shoes for that fact. This guy, I picked him up.
No, wait. Yo, first, my brother had gave me his old suits because I knew I ain't had no suit to go to church.
Oh my God.
So my brother let me borrow his suit. And his suits was already too big for him, so he never wore them. So me not wearing suits, I didn't necessarily know. I thought I see a deacon or pastor. That's the type of suit that he wears. But it was crazy. Now that I think about it, it was
that
ridiculous.
suit. First of all, it was like a mint green, right? It was a mint green suit. And then he had like a Steve Harvey mint green suit. The jacket was long. I was like, what?
It had the crease in the pants and the crease on the sleeve.
Oh my God. And the shoes were some alligator, pointed toe. Man, listen, I was like, what? And the zoot suit is happening right now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was crazy. But you know what? We went to church. We had a decent, day at church, Sabbath at church. And I was asking him when we were driving back to New Haven. I think I asked him, like, what are you doing tonight? And he was like, he said he made up some ridiculous thing about what he was doing, which sounded like he was doing everything and nothing really. But I remember telling my friend of either Darcel, I can't remember, either my friend Darcel or Terry, that I was talking to him and he turned and he looked at me and I noticed that his eyes were like light brown and I'm like, oh my God. So that's when the eyes locked in and I'm like, I think I like him a little bit. A little bit. And that was the first 2 dates, you know, that we had, and that kind of set everything off. So that's how it started. So what we want you to do is vote, vote, vote. Vote for us every day. If you know me and you know this guy, you know, help us out. It's kind of fun. It's not, you know, something that I think I would normally do. And if you know Solo, this is definitely something that he wouldn't do, but it's fun. You never know. But vote for us every day. We're currently in the first in our group now, but this round ends on July 10th.
And plus these videos give you a little insight of the inside. Everybody see what Get 'em Boy Solo is, but you see the other side of me too. I have a feminine. I have a feminine side to me, and that's her. So you get to see the feminine side of who I am. So just vote for us, and we should be America's favorite couple.
We should be. And without him saying the word feminine or breakfast. These are words that we never tried. Anyway, vote for us every day.